Good afternoon, everybody. We will be starting in a minute.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Sakshi, please continue.
Okay, I'll start. The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that, irrespective of whether we win or we lose, we've applied the best of ourselves. Good afternoon, everyone, and after a thrilling finale round, I, Sakshi Mehta, welcome you all on behalf of DES Sri Navalmal Firodia Law College to the last leg and the most anticipated valedictory function of the late Gopal Ganesh Agarkar Smriti Karandak National Level Intercollegiate Debate Competition. I'd like to extend the warmest welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Pradeep Kurulkar, sir. It's a moment of immense pleasure to have you with us, sir. I'd also like to take this opportunity and welcome the two distinguished judges for our final round, Dr. Mandar Vedekar, sir, and Dr. Anaga Baldota, ma'am. I'd also like to welcome Advocate Nitin Apte, sir, Chairman of College Development Committee, our Principal, Dr. Priya Chopre, ma'am, our faculty members, and students and participants. We had more than 50 teams participating in our preliminary round yesterday, out of which top team from each language were qualified for today's final round. I'd now like to invite our officiating principal, Dr. Priya Chopre, ma'am, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Sakshi. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to welcome you all to the magnificent finale of this grand 2 days Gopal Ganesh Agarkar Smriti Karandak National Level Intercollegiate Debate Competition in the fond memory of a great reformist and one of the founder members of Deccan Education Society, late Shri Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. We are now gathered for its rightful conclusion through this virtual valedictory session and to applaud the winners at this prize distribution ceremony of this marvelous event. For celebrating the success of winners and to give away the prizes, we have with us as chief guest Dr. Pradeep Kurulkar sir, an esteemed personality in the field of science and technology. Sir is a prominent scientist himself and has been honored with many prestigious awards in the field of scientific research. We are privileged to have you, sir, and I warmly welcome you, sir, on behalf of DES Sri Navalmal Firodia Law College family. I welcome Dr. Shradd Kunte, sir, Chairman, Deccan Education Society. Sir is a constant support and always encourage us to organize such events. I am very grateful to Advocate Nitin Apte, sir, Chairman of College Development Committee, for encouraging us to embark on every new venture with great zeal. I further extend a warm welcome to the judges of final round, Dr. Mandar Bedekar sir and Dr. Anaga Baldota madam, who graciously judged the contestants and spared their valuable time to patiently hear out the debates and of the competition. I'm sure your task of judging the talented youthful debaters was very difficult one. I welcome all the contestants of various rounds of the competition and the members of audience who joined virtually. The debating experience has been an enriching one for each of us alike, and particularly a great learning experience for all the students. The oratory and persuasive skills that develop through such competitions go a long way in life. It is true that everyone cannot win the competition, but those who did must win as if you are used to it, and those who did not lose it as if you enjoyed losing for a change. I thank all the teams for their participation and congratulate all the teams from various colleges as the success of our competition has been due to their enthusiastic response and wholehearted cooperation taken in a right sporting spirit. I'm sure you all are looking forward to the declaration of results as well as to listen the words of wisdom from our chief guest. So once again, I welcome you for this valedictory and prize distribution ceremony, and I'm sure we will all cheer the winners from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now I'd invite Shreya Singh from First LLB to introduce our esteemed chief guest.
Thank you, Sakshi, and a very warm welcome to everyone present here with us. Now, I would like to introduce you to our honorable chief guest. We would like to welcome Dr. Pradeep Kurulkar sir, who has worked for more than 33 years as scientist in Defense Research and Development Organization of India. Sir has now, from 1st June 2021, taken over as Director of Research and Development Establishment of Engineers, a premier laboratory of DRDO in Pune. He has completed his graduation in Electrical Engineering from COEP and post-graduation from IIT Kanpur in Power Electronics. Sir had opportunities to work on many important and prestigious projects such as Karthik, the Indian bridge layer tank, being self-propelled gun 155 mm, and in the Integrated Missile Development Program, he contributed to Trishul, Akash Weapon Systems, and also BrahMos, the joint venture between India and Russia, in which he was one of the main contributors. After this, Sir has worked on the three variants of Agni, and today he is project director of all the three versions for GSE. Based on his achievements and expertise developed, he was selected in the think tank group of DRDO, that is GFAST. Sir also has more than 15 IEEE publications on his credits, mainly related to new and innovative technology developments. Sir is now in the grade of Outstanding Scientist from July 2018. As a mark of appreciation for his contributions, he first received the prestigious National Science Day Award in 1998 towards his contributions in Akash missile systems. Later, in 2003, he bagged another award, that is, Agni Award of Technology Excellence from then Prime Minister of India for his contributions towards Agni project. In October 2009, he received another very prestigious award of path-breaking research and outstanding technology development, along with 22 other technology leaders under Project Akash. Sir has also received the Technology Excellence Award in year 2011 for his contributions in MRSAM program. In year 2013, he was awarded Scientist of the Year Award by DRDO. But more than all these awards, he feels the time spent with Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, ex-Honorable President of India, was the best time and more than any award in his life. He could work with him for 6 years in missile program. With this, Sir also has keen interest in Vedic literature and is pursuing study of such literature and its interpretation in contemporary technologies. Sir's immense contribution towards the country is highly commendable, and we are honored to welcome such a great personality with us today. We welcome you, sir. And now, I request Dr. Pradeep Kurulkar, sir, to address the audience with his motivational words.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your kind words. First of all, I would like to compliment Chairman D Society, Dr. Sharad Kunte, Principal Chopre Madam. Special thanks to Professor Kaveri Dev, who coordinated for this program. All the participants, staff members of Nawal Mal Firodia Law College, and my student friends. It's indeed a privilege to be part of such a program, especially for the valedictory function conducted in the name of late Gopal Ganesh Agarkar Smriti Karandak, and that too at a national level first time. I'm very happy to be a part of this function. Thanks to the society and all the members. I know that today many of you must have argued and counter-argued during your statements for AI, whether it will be like a boon or a bane. I know that generally a common question is asked that whether it will surpass the human intelligence. We should not forget that the AI creation itself is by a human being. An area which is dull in the duty execution, repetitive, and which needs high endurance, where human may tire bodily, not mentally. And that tiredness of the body sometimes affects your decision-making capability also. So in that sense, the AI will surely be helpful for a long endurance kind of a duties which are repetitive of nature and which are dull. If I tell somebody that you be there sitting in front of one monitor and keep watching few activities through the monitor, not live, maybe after a few minutes the person will say nothing is happening. Let me just walk down to a washroom or have a cup of tea and then I will come back. Something happens very critically only in those few seconds. We'll be missing a decision to be taken, and then it will be very difficult for anybody to counter or to help taking a proper decision. This is an area where complementary AI will surely help. I'm using the word that it will complement, it will never replace. It can support decision making, it can surely help people to continue to do work for a very long, prolonged period without making mistakes or with minimal mistakes. Today, the competition in the corporate offices, businesses has increased to a level where the smallest mistake is not acceptable. How do you reduce this? It's possible through AI. AI can help. AI can predict. I'll tell you, but there are even more interesting applications. Sometime back, my office has developed a complete carbon fiber based bridge. One may ask why you need a mobile bridging system which we generally use. It is carried on some truck and laid wherever there is no bridge or wherever there is difficulty in crossing a, say, riverbed or a canal. Now it is all unforeseen, unpredictable situation. The equipments are made for that. And they will remain with the services with our forces for years together. How can one predict or say that now 2000 passes of tank over a bridge have already taken place? And maybe 2001-2 it can go without any problem. But 2003rd pass, the bridge may collapse. Conventional methods will never help you to predict such failure. 5 years back, my team in the office, which is working in composite research, they made a complete composite bridge of 15 meter with metal hinges embedded. And they embedded few sensors into it. After 1000 passes, when a connector is connected to that bridge, it can download the data and tell me what is the fatigue level of that bridge. I am sure that it is going to happen for the car engines, for the automobiles, for the regular bridges over a period of time. How it is going to help? It is going to predict that at what particular time or what particular, say, occasion that bridge may or that system may fail. And without landing into a failure, we can take the corrective action by replacing the engine or replacing the correct parts of the engine in advance so that a functional ability will continue without any hindrance. In common day life, one may think that why so much is required. I agree. Even if the car breaks on the road, in city we can call some crane and take it to a garage. But think of when these bridges are laid on the front, war front, and some 500 tanks have passed, another 500 to move. But if we know that this bridge is not going to help crossing another 500 bridges, it will have immense help. Will not lose the equipment, will not lose the trained manpower. In the area where I work, we do not mind losing the equipment, we do mind losing a trained person. Because it takes sometimes 5 to 10 years to train and create and nurture a personality who then becomes very expert in handling such equipment or multiple equipment. So the value is more to a human being or an HR resource than the machine or money. Predictability of any such a machine failure which can lead to loss of HR surely can help through AI to reduce such losses. The other part is you ask somebody that he or she has to, after every 15 minutes, has to mark a toll, giving a 15 minutes gap. Maybe one day, 2 days, it will happen exactly precisely as it is required. Third day, they will say, कोई नहीं देखता है बाहर, इसलिए मैं बजा रहा हूँ toll. He or she may not play that role. And then this unpredictable behavior can create some situation which is not advisable. So how do you come out of such a situation? Yes, AI can help you. A typical example in this, again in the security area, we are all aware there are two major incidences of Pathankot and Uri, which happened mainly because of the breach of security, and some intruders came in, we lost our trained manpower. Many of you must have watched that movie Uri, which depicts the cause of it also. Pathankot it happened, and later on it was found that there is a breach in the concertina coil. You want to say that there was less manpower to move around and do the scouting duty? They were enough, more than 500 jawans. Why it happened? There could be an internal mole. Or maybe when you put somebody to a dull and very repetitive kind of a duty 24/7, slowly that complacency builds in. नहीं कुछ नहीं होता, ऐसे ही रोज जाने के लिए बोलते हैं, आज नहीं गया तो क्या होगा? And then all this percolates into a human behavior. I don't blame the human being because we have not supported him. Now, how can we support? I can support with some UGVs, unmanned guided vehicles, ground vehicles. They will have camera, they will have very good distributed computing system. These cameras can be day and night. So even in the night without street lights or even in the twilight, those cameras can see, they can capture, and they can transmit through the Wi-Fi all those inputs. Now again somebody at the center of the security will have to keep viewing all these inputs, not required. With AI, I can put the tabs that in front of a camera, two persons have moved, raise an alert. The security in charge can then look into only that part of the video, so the alert is raised. He can be there in his seat. He need not continuously watch even that monitor. But the moment the alert comes, it can be an audio and visual alert, which will attract his attention towards that monitor and will make him ready to react on such system. Unpredictable. For him, it is impossible virtually to know by face all 400 or 500 scouting Jawans. I'm sure it will be for all of you also. So how do you predict that this man which he is saying is really his soldier and not an intruder? Yes, it can be also taken care of. We have something called as RFID, which is tagged in the nameplate, and against that RFID as an input, the face and retina of that person is saved. I can go in place of some soldier over there by taking his uniform. But the moment the RFID tagged into my nameplate will not match with the face and retina of the original soldier, a flag will be raised. Security alarm will be raised. And then the security in charge will come to know there is something going on. Now, he may not react immediately, he may go in a very smooth way and grab or nab such a person live. Catching such a person who has malintentions live so that we can decipher the maximum information from him is more important rather than shooting him. It may avoid a damage at one point of time, but the information which he will spill off will help in taking counter measures for number of such events, and we can avoid that. There are so many such incidences. Somebody asked me regarding the space area. I can quote here in 2019, we had a very beautiful mission called as ASAT, Anti-Satellite Missile Launch. India launched it for the first time and we became fourth country globally to achieve such technological feat. Numbers are very simple. Even a school-going kid can understand. A satellite was launched in month of January 2019, which was orbiting around 300 kilometers from the Earth. It was running in that orbit at 26,500 kilometers per hour only. And we hit that satellite, launching a missile from Earth in 180 seconds. The error probability for each engineering system, there is a tolerance, plus or minus. So the error of probability which was given for this mission was 8 milliseconds. 8,000 part of a second. What if it would have been 10 milliseconds? A difference of 2 milliseconds, we would have hit somebody else's live satellite, bringing down the entire communication of that country. Rather than a scientific experiment, it would have been a face-saving exercise for Ministry of External Affairs and the entire ministry worldwide. We would have been ridiculed. What kind of experiment you are conducting? Your people do not have accuracy. Your people do not have judgment. You need very strong ministerial support. And that we got. But do you think that simply by sending a missile, we could have achieved this? AI played a great role. These are the things. You can imagine that 300 kilometers away from the Earth, who will take the decision that now the velocity has to be reduced or now the velocity has to be increased or the pitching angle has to be changed? It is all, even though you give computing system, the computing system, unless are aided with artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, it is impossible to take these kind of decisions which are required to be taken even in the fraction of second, which we could do. These are some of the examples with which AI in our life or even in common man's life is going to be very, very great boon. Today, emotional quotient. Earlier it used to be an IQ, intelligent quotient. Now, emotional quotient also is equally important. Siachen is an area where physical behavior and fitness is judged But more than that, there is an institute in Delhi which judges your emotional quotient. One fellow, after reaching Siachen, if he starts scripting, what, yaar, why I am being here, he will spoil the mentality of 10 other soldiers. And that should not happen. So even though physically fit, if someone is not mentally fit, he or she will not be subjected to that kind of duty. Now, behavior predictability only by the conventional psychiatry media or psychiatry methods is not sufficient. People are kept in front of the camera for hours together. Their gait movement, facial movement, expressions are studied. AI software helps them to judge what is going on deep inside that man's mind. Whether he is really geared up or after 15 minutes of wait and there is no one in the hall, he starts reacting very vibrantly or violently. Surely he is not fit for such occasion. A group of soldiers in isolation may remain on post for 3 long months. And if one of them starts misbehaving like this, it will bring down the morale of the whole group, which is surely not acceptable. So predictability, emotional also, today can be helped by the AI softwares. There are countries who are now started observing as you enter into the security zone on airport, your movements, facial expressions, and they try and read out the psyche of a person through these readings, which conveys them the intentions of a person. It's a great help. This can happen only with a prolonged psychiatric trial. But in this case, maybe a 10 seconds, 15 seconds video, if it is put through a grilling deep machine learning AI software, it can predict. It will help to predict you and it will help you to identify such a malintentioned person. I'm sure slowly medicine, psychiatry, like today doctors are using MRI, X-rays for knowing the right cause of the disease. The right cause of mental disturbance may be predicted by using AI softwares and observations. We have a lot of things. Hazardous area is another part where repetitive usage of manpower these days people are avoiding. And these are the areas where come close to the human intelligence. I'll never say replace. Replacing human intelligence is not possible. Who can come close to human intelligence is a system which is highly computationally advanced in nature and with the best of AI solutions. It can bring down the efforts, it can bring down the torturous efforts required in working into a hazardous area also. Today, these kind of systems are under preparation, they are under use at some places, they are under evaluation, I will rather say, use and evaluation both. And slowly, these systems will surely help a human being to come out of dull, repetitive kind of duties, which human being is not supposed to. The creativity comes only when at a peace of mind person thinks of. For poem they say it is a spontaneous flow of emotions. It may happen only when you are at a create deeper peace of mind. It cannot happen when you are in a mundane work. So allowing person to go or to turn more creative in his or her work is possible if we allow them to sit down and do a deep thinking. This is possible if you have spare time. A day has 24 hours. You and me, we cannot create time more than that. So if we offload our mundane work, routine work to such AI-based systems, I'm sure people will be able to utilize their time more creatively. And in this way, I am really hopeful the use of human time more for the creativity will be benefiting the entire humankind. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. Now, I would like to invite Ketki Patil from third year BA LLB to introduce the judges for final round.
Thank you, Shreya. Am I clearly visible and audible?
Yes, Ketki.
Good noon, everyone. I, Ketki Patil, from third year BLLB, take the honor to introduce today's esteemed judges who have taken out precious time from their busy schedule to judge the finals of our late Gopal Ganesh Agarkar Smriti Karandak national level debate competition. Firstly, we have Dr. Mandar Bedekar sir, presently associated as Professor Kriya Sharir with Keli University's B.M. Kankanwadi Ayurveda College, Belgavi, Karnataka. Sir has delivered about 1,000 lectures on Ayurveda, yoga, philosophy, Sanskrit, physiology, reproductive and child health, HIV/AIDS, gender sensitization, and many more for Indian and foreign students. Sir has vast knowledge about socio-political issues, nevertheless has unparalleled expertise in the field of Ayurveda with over 100 articles being published and participated in national and international seminars. Apart from the scholastic achievements, Sir was actively involved in elocution and debate competitions. Sir headed the position of executive editor for the quarterly bulletin published by a voluntary agency under the grant from United Nations Fund for Population Action. And the list of achievement just seems like never ending. Sir, we are highly honored to have you with us today. Up next, I would take the privilege to introduce the multi-talented personality, Dr. Anaga Baldota ma'am. Ma'am holds various degrees from Savitribai Phule Pune University. To mention PhD, MPhil, MA, B.Ed, BSc and BA. A person who believes to be occupied with creative and intellectual activities for betterment of the society at large and to invest time, energy and skill sets for development of the organization and her own self. Anaga ma'am is the founder and coordinator of Parliamentary Debate Club, Model United Nations Club and Literary Club Aesthetica for the students of D.S. Sri Navamal Firodia Law College. Ma'am has keen interest in research and has published various papers at national and state level competitions. We are extremely delighted to have you with us today. So now I would invite Kaveri Dio ma'am for delivering the vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all right. Yes, now I would like to give vote of thanks. Myself, Assistant Professor Kaveri Dev. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege today to propose a vote of thanks. I, Assistant Professor Kaveri Aditya Dev, on behalf of Shri Deccan Education Society, Shri Navalmal Firodia Law College, Pune, extend my most sincere thanks to our most valued Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Pradeep Kurulkar Sir, who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Sir, today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, which are surely going to encourage our participants. Thank you so much, sir. Your thoughts enlightened our minds. I also welcome all the judges of preliminary round and final round and also thank them for graciously accepting our invitation to judge the competition. Further, I would like to extend my gratitude towards Dr. Sharat Kunte sir, Chairman of Governing Body and Councils of Deccan Education Society. Advocate Nitin Apte sir, Chairman College Development Committee of Deccan Education Society, Shri Navalmal Firodia Law College, Pune, and our officiating principal, Dr. Priya Chopade ma'am, for their continuous support and guidance. Further, I extend my thanks towards teaching, non-teaching, office and library staff for their unconditional support. And I would like to thank the directors and principals of various colleges and institutions for sending their proactive participation. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling weeks ago, which requires planning and an eagle-eye view. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by student coordinators, all the volunteers, and our Pune staff who are working very hard to make this competition successful. Lastly, I would like to give best wishes to all the participants and I would like to congratulate all the winners of the competition. Now, I would like to hand it over to Kayo for the declaration of the results. Thank you so much, everyone.
Good afternoon to the respected dignitaries, judges, our faculty members, participants, and to all our viewers on YouTube. Well, time flies like an arrow. It truly does. And with this, I welcome you all to the results declaration of the 13th edition of our inter-college national level debate competition. Well, it may be safe to say that I am the most disliked person in the room at the moment. Jokes aside, an uphill challenge lies for me that the participants at the end of my speech just let it slip that I'm here to declare the results. Inspired by our chairman, Nitin Apte sir, for the dreamers and the believers, I would like to quote a semi-poem about a father and a son which I penned down this morning. And I quote, "Son, and now when I think of it, coming this far, how about we look at things the other way round? When the road seems to end, believe that there is discovery of a new path. When the darkest times are present, believe they can take us to the brightest places. When you feel like you have lost in life, believe in the four-letter word hope. Son, every time we fall, we have two options: stay down or dust ourselves and get back up. For keep your head towards the sunshine and accept the challenges and move on. Winning is what everyone dreams of. But wanting to win, that hunger for winning, that willpower for winning, that determination of winning is a gem that's hard to find. But in the moment, don't lose yourself. Son, for a king who stands on his balcony, watching and admiring his kingdom, is no king when the people below are cursing the Almighty. But the one who stands on his balcony and is showered by blessings by all the people watching him is a true leader and creation of God. You are you, and that's what makes you unique. You will make mistakes, but the biggest one will be not to try. Ending it, son, dream, believe, and shoot for the stars. For if you will fail, you will end up for the moon. I hope you guys had a great time in the competition, and within a minute, I will be declaring the results. Stay tuned.
We are here to declare the results. I will first be declaring the best speakers for all three languages. English, team code 23B is the best speaker. For Hindi, we have 43B as the best speaker. For Marathi, we have 37A as the best speaker. Next, I would be declaring the special appreciation prizes for all three languages. For English, we have 8A. Hindi, we have 46A. And for Marathi, we have 35B. Congratulations, you guys.
Well, everyone, this is the moment now we are waiting for to declare the winners for each language. For English, the winners are team code 11, that is 11. For Marathi, the winners are team code 36. And for Hindi, the winners are team code 48. Well, heartiest congratulations to all the winners, and this is it from our end. Over to Sakshi right now. Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Kayo. Thank you, Isha. I'd like to congratulate all the winners as well as the participants, and thank you for participating, and we look forward to meet you all next year as well. So with this, I declare this two-day debate competition that comes to an end. Thank you so much, everybody.